Country. Portugal is a small nation located in southwestern Europe in the Iberian Peninsula. It's bordered by the Atlantic Ocean and Spain, and its name comes from its second largest city, Porto. It is a well-developed country, one of the most globalized and peaceful nations in the world. Portuguese music has been influenced by the former Portuguese colonies like Brazil and Capo Verde. The music that arose in these countries, which was deeply influenced by African music, returned back to Portugal, influencing like this present Portuguese music. The most popular genre of Portugal music, in which we can easily see some similarities with Brazilian music for instance, is the Fado. This sentimental music was born amongst the working class of Lisbon around the 1830s, and it often concentrates on the theme of love. Fado can be considered as a really poetic genre of music. The main part of the essence of this poetry is the capacity of expressing a range of emotions, such as loneliness, melancholy, etc. Fado is in fact a somber, sometimes even mournful type of music, which when sung well can be really emotive. Although nowadays Fado can be seen as a type of music which could talk about anything, originally it could have been described as a lament. Fado is completely Portuguese, especially from Lisbon and Coimbra. Although it was born in Lisbon, Coimbra established a type of Fado itself as well. Lisbon Fado can be described as a type of blues, while Coimbra Fado as folk music. Because Coimbra is considered as the university town of Portugal, its audience was much more intellectual than the one in Lisbon, which consisted mainly of the working class. Coimbra Fado is more stylized than Lisbon Fado, and the poetic part in the whole song is less fatalistic. Fado was generally sung by the one singer, called fadista, which was accompanied by the Portuguese guitar and the classic guitar. Today, however, fadistas might be accompanied by a string quartet or a full orchestra as well.
The most known and celebrated Fado singer and composer was Emilia Rodrigues, who was also referred to as Rainha do Fado, Queen of Fado. Born in July 23, 1920, she contributed in increasing Fado's popularity all around the world and the genre's development. In fact, Emilia wrote a rule book consisting of what the Fado should be and how a female Fado singer fadista should sing it. Emilia was able to enjoy 50 years of singing career, in which she certainly did make some evidence difference. Emilia, in fact, did not hesitate in changing Fado to some extent and directing it in different directions. Emilia was an extremely international singer who was happily acclaimed all over the world. She recorded several albums throughout her whole career, including songs in foreign languages from Portuguese to Spanish to English, French, and Italian. She died on October 6, 1999. One of Emilia's best acclaimed singles was Tudo Isto é Fado. All of this is Fado. It talks about despair and difficult life present in Moria, in an area in Lisbon. Because the genre of Fado came from the working class of Lisbon, many songs also describe the problematic situation of Lisbon around the 1830s, which was full of poverty as occupied by the liberals. Portugal, in fact, during the 1830s was full of civil wars, and one of the occupied cities was in fact Lisbon. Fado was played for pleasure and to relieve the pain of life of the people living in Lisbon at the time. Usually sung in tavern of the old poor parts of Lisbon. Tudo Isto é Fado is also where Emilia is accompanied by the viola and the Portuguese guitar.
Perguntaste-me outro dia se eu sabia o que era o fado. Eu disse que não sabia. Tu ficaste admirado, sem saber o que dizia. Eu menti naquela hora e disse que não sabia, mas vou-te noites perdidas, sombras bizarras. Namoraria, cantam rufia, choram guitarra. Amor, ciúme, cinzas e lume, dor e pecado. Tudo isto existe, tudo isto é triste, tudo isto é fado.
In general, harmony refers to the combination of notes, or chords, played together and the relationships between a series of chords. But to give you a better understanding of harmony, let's first define melody. Melody refers to the tune of a song or piece of music. It is created by playing a series of notes one after another. Harmony accompanies and supports the melody. It is created by playing a group of notes, either simultaneously or as broken chords, behind the melody, thus giving it musical texture.
The melody of this song is defined by Amalia's singing, which goes in front of everything else. It's like the foreground of the whole song. It's a smooth melody which moves in a stepwise manner. It could be described as an arc shape. The background instruments, or else the classical guitar and the Portuguese guitar playing together, instead give the harmony, which appears to be in major key. Although usually major keys are used to create happy sound music, and it goes in contrast with the whole idea of Fado being a lament, the whole drama session is found in the singing, which is the main part of the song. The chorus is a part of the song that often sticks to the mind of a listener because it contrasts with the verse and is repeated several times. The main theme is expressed in the chorus. The title of the song is usually included in the chorus too. The chorus of this song is the most dramatic part, when Amalia is describing the situation in Lisbon. This is repeated 2 times, and the final part of the chorus is repeated a 3rd time, making the whole song come to an end. The title Tudo Isto é Fado is mentioned at the end of the chorus. The verse is the part of the song that tells the story. It gives listeners more insight leading to the main message of the song, and it moves the story forward. A song may have a number of verses, depending on the form, consisting of several lines each. In this case, there are 2 verses, one at the beginning of the song, the other around the middle part. In the first verse, Amalia is introducing us to a situation in which she was asked what Fado was, in order to subsequently get into the chorus. In the second verse, she comes to a conclusion of what Fado is, describing how the situation in the chorus has affected her. As mentioned before, the instruments used in this song are the viola and the Portuguese guitar. The Portuguese guitar, also known as guitarra, is the main instrument that is characteristic of the Fado genre, whose tuning produces an easily recognizable tingling sound. The guitarra is a 12-string guitar derived from an African lute, which was brought by the Africans to Brazil, a Portuguese colony at the time. This instrument subsequently arrived in Portugal, although it underwent several changes, and started being used to accompany ballad singers.